So, let's say we are using Facebook, Twitter, YouTube all at once. This means that we are exchanging messages with a friend over Facebook, posting comments on Twitter, streaming videos on YouTube all at the same time. So our device is connected to the servers of all these three websites. And we can say that we are receiving data from all these three websites at the same time. Now, if all this data comes together, will the device not get confused as to which data is from which website? Similarly, if requests from multiple devices are going to a server, will the server not get confused as to which node requested for which information? Well, it does. And to solve this problem, all devices, that is both clients and servers, have this thing called ports. Now, let's look at an example to understand the concept of ports. Let's say a supermart has different counters for different products. One for electronics, one for home care, one for clothing, and another for groceries. Now, each counter is providing a different service. They are all selling different things. These counters are like ports. Similarly, all our devices, that is all clients and servers, have ports. These are like these counters in a shop. Different services or applications run at each port and listen to or capture the data and requests coming at each port. Now, let us see what these ports look like. Ports can be of two types, hardware ports and software ports. Let us look at hardware ports first. So you might have heard of terms like USB port, audio port, HDMI port, right? For those of you who haven't, they are those little openings on the sides of your laptop or at the back of the CPU, and you use them to plug in earphones or connect your pen drives to your device. So, hardware ports are simply gateways to get inside the system and interact with the hardware. Now let us look at software ports. These ports provide a gateway to get inside the system and interact with the software. So we know that hardware is a physical device while software is a collection of code. Similarly, hardware port is a physical entity while software port is simply made of software and therefore cannot be seen physically. But here, we have used a port icon to denote the software port to make understanding easier. In reality, every software port is simply denoted by a number between 0 to 65535. Each software port takes us to a different application or service. So, there will be a port for handling requests for web pages, another port that deals with video files or with audio files, etc. So we can say that different applications or services listen to different ports or use different ports to collect different type of data. We will focus mainly on software ports in this training, so we will refer to them as ports for the rest of the training. Now let us see how ports are used. So let's say a data packet is traveling from the client to the server. Now this packet will essentially contain 4 pieces of information. It has the IP address of the server. It has the port number of the server. These 2 pieces of information are given so that the packet is delivered at the right place. Then it has the IP address of the client and it has the port number of the client. These 2 pieces of information are given so that the server can use it to send back the response. This combination of an IP address and a port number is called a virtual socket. So let's say this is the IP address of your laptop and the Counter-Strike game server is listening on port 25669 on your desktop inside a LAN where all your friends are connected. So we can say that your friends can connect to the Counter-Strike application on your computer on this virtual socket. That was all about ports. Click on next whenever you are ready.